Chat, how long have you guys been watching? Let me know in the comments. Let's get straight off into this, dude.
All right, mommies, listen up, because Texas just raised the stakes on custody interference. So they now have a 3-strike rule, meaning 3 strikes of custody interference and you're out. Or I guess in this case, actually in state jail for a felony. So the first offense, misdemeanor, $500 fine. Second offense, you are on very thin ice. The third offense, it is now punishable for up to 2 years behind bars.
Good. It's about time we change some of these laws where these women can't manipulate men and hold the children hostage and leverage them. It's about time.
Okay, the twist is that this isn't just about criminal court. This is not just about charges in a criminal proceeding. Family courts can also use these violations, okay, to flip custody to the other parent or award the cutoff parent double makeup time, attorney's fees, all the things that you would typically see in an enforcement of possession and access. But they are cracking down, okay? Some say this finally gives dads real protection when they've been shut out of the kids' lives, okay? And others say it punishes moms who are just trying to keep their kids safe. But
you're a liar!
If you ask me, I think that most moms who are withholding for safety reasons are not the first ones to have the money to hire an attorney and file a modification and let the judge know what's going on if CPS has already ruled out the allegations. Okay, so this is a very real scenario. I'm not saying it's every scenario where a mom or a parent is withholding the child from the other parent, but I think that this law could definitely hit the most vulnerable the hardest if they find themselves in those cases, right? Also important, only custody interference charges that happened after September 1st, 2025 will count towards the 3 strikes. So they're basically giving people a clean slate, okay? So what do you think about this? Do you think that it's
I mean, I think it's a good thing. I think women should be punished if they're going to hold the kids hostage and use them as leverage. So here's my whole thing on this, though. It's so speculative when people are like, well, the dads are just, it's just so mean of them, and the guys are abusive. Here's the thing, dude. 71% of all high school dropouts come from fatherless homes. 85% of all children who show behavioral disorders come from fatherless homes. 75% of adolescent patients in chemical abuse centers come from fatherless homes. The problem is the single moms. Not that the dads want to be in their life. The problems are the fact that these women keep their kids away from the dads. That's the problem. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Too many women right now use the kids as leverage and punish the dads by keeping the kids. That's a problem in itself. Right there is a problem. We see it too much. We see it all the time. We see where these single moms spit the narrative that your dad's a piece of crap. That's what I was told. I was raised by a single mom, and my mom always told me my dad was a piece of crap. Now, I did find out later on that he actually was. My dad was a druggie. Drug of choice, meth, cocaine. The things that really amp you up. Methamphetamines is really, the amphetamines he really loved. He was just, he loved those. So let me know if you were raised by a single mom or a 2-parent household. But my dad loved drugs. Started out with weed. My dad told me when I was 6 years old that he sold pot, and I thought he was talking about pots and pans. I had no idea what he was talking about, dude. I had no idea. But too many women will spit this narrative to their kids that their dad was a piece of crap, and a lot of times he wasn't. So many women will lie just to make the dad look bad and to pit the children against him too, because maybe the woman doesn't like the man and now they want the children to not like him as well, which is BS in my opinion. Breaking news. New congressional law passed drastically changes child support for February 10th, 2026.
So everybody pay attention, because there is a new law that actually passed through Congress, and you probably haven't heard about it. So this law is designed to do 2 major changes. Now, a couple pieces of it got shot down by Congress, but there's 2 major changes. So what they're doing is called a pass-through law, which basically means if she is on some sort of welfare or something like that, the state would hold on to the money for a set period of time, allowing them to invest it. Because right now, being on the welfare and things actually costs the states more than the money is bringing in. And so they want to do this to encourage women to get off of these support programs.
Good luck.
Because child support doesn't bring in enough money if they're using these support programs. And then eventually pass it through to the parent. And if the parent ever comes off of these welfare programs, they get direct 100% income, and the state doesn't take anything out anymore.
All right, mommies, listen
wow,
up, because
okay,
Texas
that's interesting. No, I think that's really smart, though. Putting the money... One sec, I got to bring this light down a little bit. Putting the money in an investment account is actually really smart, though. In my opinion, I think putting the money in an investment account... Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I think putting the money in an investment account is a really, really good idea, I'll be honest with you. And if you want to make some extra cash, go to Free Cash, buddy. Hit this QR code right here, or you can go right here. Words, Levi.
Stupid.
You can go check out their Trustpilot reviews. Somebody just posted 14 hours ago. The merge game is really fun and relaxing. I like how you can combine items to create new ones and slowly build your progress. Rosa, a day ago, it's a legit site for earning money online. I've already made a profit of around $150 already. So you can scan this QR code. But some of you guys, I told you guys it was on iPhone, but some of you guys have told me it's on Android as well. So if you have an Android, if you have an iPhone, scan that QR code. The link's in the description. You can just earn free money. Some of the guys in the comments and some guys on Discord have reached out to me thanking me, just being like, Levi, thank you. Now I have some extra money. I got some beer money. You got some money to take a girl out or go on one of these dates with these modern women. Good luck with that. So if you need some extra cash, there you go, brother.
Let's piss some people off.
Okay.
So I have seen this over and over and over again, and I'm really kind of sick of it. You know, especially working a bar for 22 years. You know?
Goodness gracious.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
As soon as a woman says she's been working in a bar for 22 years. Okay, let's go.
A lot of men, and I'm not saying all men because that's just ridiculous and it's rude. I have known some stand-up fathers, men. I've known a lot of them, and good people. But I've also noticed that a lot of men will have girlfriends that have children, and they feel that the father of said children should absolutely be paying child support. Absolutely. But when it comes to the mother of that man's children, child, whatever, they shouldn't be getting child support because they're just a bunch of money-hungry whores and they're just gonna take my money and spend it on whatever and blah, blah, blah.
Or like I say, money-hungry hip hoes.
What is that exactly? I mean, Lord forbid that in this economy that a decent mom might actually need some help, that she's not going and paying bar tabs or blowing the money on things that are not actually important, but is completely using that money for the children.
Here's my whole thing, though. Here's my whole thing. If we do 50-50 custody, there's no need for child support. You know what I'm saying? Let's just start doing 50-50 custody. Kentucky did it. They passed a law where as soon as you divorce, it's 50-50 custody. That way nobody has to pay child support, which is, I think, what they should do. Let's get away, in chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Let's get away from having to do child support, because most of the time, I'll be honest, I've known a lot of women that are on child support. They never spend the money just on the kid. You know what they're doing? Buying new shoes. You know what they're doing? Going out. I got this new car, and maybe they got some food, but they're eating it too. You know, they're not just buying. Like, when I think child support, I'm thinking all this money goes to this kid. So there's twofold this can go to. The bare necessities that the kid needs, food, water, shelter, right? So it goes, a portion of it should go to the rent. But then also it should go, in my opinion, it should go into an investment account. There's no reason that any kid who's 9 years old needs $1,200 a month to survive. It's not a thing, dude. I was living well under that as a 9-year-old. 9-year-olds don't need $1,200 a month. They don't read, like 20% of a man's income. Let's say $1,000 a month, say making $4,000 a month. Or that's 25%. Let's just make it round number, right? $1,000 a month. Does a 9-year-old really need $1,000 a month? No.
How about no?
Doesn't need $1,000 a month. Bare necessities, food, water, shelter, and then also an investment account is what I think they should do. I think they should break down that 20%, and put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I think they should break down that 20% and put 20% of that 20% into the kids. Like, all right, what does he need? Food, clothes, blah, blah, blah. Maybe it's $200 of that. And the rest of it should go into an investment account that gains some interest. So that way, by the time they're 18, they have a little bit of money. They can go to college. They can go to a trade school. They can buy a home. They can buy a car. They can have some money. But most of the time, that child support just hits one of the parents. And then by the time they're 18, they have nothing to show for it. It's sad. It truly is. But that's how it is right now.
Seeing a lot of men cover that new child support Trump shit about how if you put your baby dad on child support, that you can't claim your child under taxes, only the father can. And a lot of men is like, oh, that's right, because if you're taking care of your child for the whole year, why she get to claim the baby on taxes? Bitch, newsflash, a lot of you motherfuckers that's in them comments and acting like y'all father of the year, how many thousands y'all behind? What woman you know, and I'm talking about a woman in her right mind, has a baby dad that helps with them kids, co-parents well, cause no problems, and they running down to the law for some help? What the fuck do she need help with? Being nice, bitch? Y'all so happy, but you gotta understand you're going to have to cash out in order to cash in. So, bitch, if you're doing what you're supposed to do and meeting me halfway, I wouldn't give a fuck about no income, like claiming no child, and I'm just being all the way real. I've been paying business taxes for the past 4-5 years any goddamn way. I wasn't getting much back. Do your part, though. Don't make it so hard on me, though. Who gives a fuck? Not me. Because I guarantee you, a good man ain't on child support, baby. He just not. And if he is, he don't know how to work the system and prove that he do his part. Because, bitch, they not going to put you on child support for just anything. But,
I don't know about all that. I think they'll put they'll put men on child support if women just press it hard enough. You know what I mean? These women will use that as a piece of leverage all the time.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I have probably the biggest news that you probably heard yet to date. So, Miss Missive is running for office, and not only is she running for office, she has drafted a legislation to be signed by the populace to end alimony and child support.
Thank God.
All she needs
Dude,
is the guy...
put a one in the chat if you agree. Alimony should have been ended, bro. Who did that? Santos in Florida? We should end that. All alimony is grown-up child support. You know what the women should do? Go ahead and get a job, Dad. Well, how are the women supposed to... What are they supposed to do? Do what the men do and get a job. Get a job. Fill out that application, baby. Show up at your 9 to 5. That's what guys got to do. Guys don't get to make an excuse. Well, I don't make any money. What am I supposed to do? Get a job, dude. It's not that difficult. It's not rocket surgery, okay?
To sign it. What this means is child support and alimony are most likely going to be coming to an end.
Good.
And we're not talking on a state level. We're talking on a congressional, U.S.-wide level.
Good.
So, and mind you, she, the woman, has understood and seen the facts and has decided that this is a serious, serious, serious problem. And the best way to fix the problem is to end child support laws and end alimony.
Yes.
So the alimony, everyone is 100% behind, pretty much, except for the ladies who are being paid alimony.
Yeah, because some women are getting lifetime alimony. Imagine divorcing someone and getting a check for the rest of your life. As long as they're living, you're getting a check for the rest of your life. That's crazy work.
There is no logical reason for me to continue to pay for your...
It's not child support, it's adult support. That's what it's called. That's what they should call alimony. Don't call it alimony, call it adult support.
Lifestyle after you decide to leave to go hang out with Chad and Tyrone.
Well, that's the whole brutal thing about it, right? A woman can choose to divorce her husband, and then when she chooses to divorce her husband, he can be on lifetime alimony. It's crazy work. It makes no sense. It's like, wait, you chose to leave, but now I have to bear the consequences of your choice? It's like, what is going... This makes no sense.
I know I'm about to make some people mad with this, but it needs to be talked about anyway. Child support is one of the biggest scams in this country.
Preach it. Preach it.
When we calculate child support, the only things that we are calculating are things that are tangible. We're calculating rent, mortgage payments. We're calculating, food, clothing. We're calculating things that...
So does this mean
I guess the clip got cut.
Parents will now split custody 50-50 and support the child 50-50? If so, I'm okay with it. Yes, actually, that is the literal thing men have been fighting for.
Yep.
That's the desired outcome. And the reason why all these laws are changing, it is near impossible for men to get anything close to like 70-30, never mind 50-50.
Well, Kentucky, what they did is they passed this 50-50 child custody. Nobody gets child support, and divorce rates dropped by 25%. 25%. They dropped drastically. Think if they did this on a nationwide level. Nationwide is on your side. Think about that. Divorce rates would plummet. Women would stop because it doesn't incentivize women to divorce their husbands anymore. You got to always remember that when a woman marries a man, she always has a silver bullet in that chamber. Silver bullet. I can have a kid with him. And if I get unhappy, I can divorce him. Take half of his stuff off rip if he doesn't have a prenup. And then leverage the child and get a check from him until this kid's 18. It's crazy work. You got to think, you give somebody that amount of power, especially a woman, it's hard not to take advantage of it. Even as men, if we had that power, I bet there'd be more men that took advantage of it. Why do women get so mad about child support?
So my question is, why do women get so mad when it comes to questions about child support? Like, let's be honest. Anytime there's a question of a man asking why doesn't his kids have this or have that, why do women feel so attacked? Explain that one to me.
I mean, he's got a good point. He's got a really good point here.
All right, so allegedly, Anthony Edwards just paid this woman, his baby mama, 18 years of child support up front to avoid...
Oh, yeah, I heard about this. Anthony Edwards, call him Ant. He's an NBA player. He paid like, I think $1 million or something like that. He paid 18 years of child support up front.
Dealing with her and all her drama. Drama means every single time she gets angry, she'll go file for an increase in support. Every time he gets a new business deal, she's going to go file for an increase in support. Once he has a new woman, she's going to go file for an increase in support. Once he has a baby with that new woman, she's going to go file for an increase in support. If he ever wants 50-50 custody, she will fight tooth and nail because that will be going against her check, her only source of income. So he decided with his little crystal ball that he would avoid all the BS and set an example for all young men on how to remedy this situation. If she threatens you before your baby even takes his first breath, go see a lawyer and have them tell you how much money you'll be paying every single month based off of your income for child support. Then go get yourself a loan and have that same lawyer represent you in family court so you can pay 18 years up front and save yourself the drama, mental anguish, stress, threats, the thoughts of unaliving yourself.
I mean, in theory, it sounds good, but I don't think getting a loan for $400,000 or whatever it would be is a great idea. You know, because it does make sense in theory, but like, good Lord, that's not a lot of men have $1 million or can take out a loan for $1 million. You know what I mean? Women declining child support.
Complain in my comments about paying child support, but you know what they do say? I'm independent and I decided that I didn't want child support, so I declined it, which actually isn't your decision to make. If you are independent and don't need the support from your ex, fucking great. Bravo. Whether you're a male or a female, good for you. I'm glad that you can pay your bills without the help of anybody, just you. But this decision actually isn't yours to make. So what I would suggest doing is taking the child support, because it's your kids' child support that is legally their right, and moving it into a bank account, maybe a high interest savings, and collecting it and keeping it in there, and invest it, do whatever you want to do with it, put it into an RESP, or keep it so that they can do whatever they want to do with it when they get out and move out on their own. Maybe this could be a good down payment for them for their first condo or their first house, or they could go traveling with it or do whatever the fuck they want to do with it. But it is nobody's choice to decline the child support. Period. It's just not your decision to make. And the child support guidelines, the federal child support guidelines, are set up in a way to not make parents go broke. They're set up in a way to be fair and based on their income and how much they're earning. And it just blows my mind that people think that, oh, I don't want to make him broke. Well, Maybe he shouldn't be driving that lifted fucking truck then. The lifted long box, extended cab, I don't even know what the terms are. But what I do know is it's a shitload on gas.
It is.
And then you're like, oh, I don't want to make them broke. No, dude, like people can afford what they're going to afford. This is what, I have something else to say about that. You choose what you're spending your money on, okay? Whether you have $1,000 or $10,000, you'll make it work.
I mean, she's spitting some facts here. It's like what you do with a lot is what you do with a little. So, like, Caleb Hammer shows really expose this. All these liberal left-leaning people talking about, like, it's the patriarchy and I just can't get by and nothing just works for me. It's like then you look at their spending habits and they're spending $2,000 a month on freaking Labubus. Yeah, that's why you're broke, dude. But women's ego block them from receiving this money. They think I'm an independent girl boss babe. I don't need no man. So they girl boss so hard that they don't do it for the benefit of the kid because women have such egos. That's the problem. But I agree with her. Take the money, put it into a high interest savings account, invest in index funds, Roth IRAs, whatever it may be. 100% do that. 100% do that. I think that's a fantastic decision. But once again, women's egos get in the way and they're like, I'm not going to do that because I ain't dependent on no man. It's like, are you kidding me? This is the world we live in where you think that doing something for your kid is you not being a girl boss. But, women do this stuff all the time. It's sad.
Tell all the baby moms that are always complaining about their deadbeat baby dads that them relying on social services like their child support payment also makes them a deadbeat. There's so many women on this app that are crying about the amount of child support they get or that they don't get it at all. But why is it that you can't afford life without said child support? And if you can't afford life without child support, then give them to the father. There's so many women that are so hell-bent on the number that they're getting monthly that they don't even worry about the quality time that they're getting with their own kids on their parenting time. To the point where when the first of the month comes, it's like, where's my money? So who's the real deadbeat? If you're a woman constantly with your hand out talking about, oh, the kids need this, the kids need that, oh, it's this much for that, who is the real deadbeat? You're solely reliant on somebody else paying your way. But yet, y'all aren't ready for that conversation. But yet, y'all aren't ready for that conversation. But yet, y'all aren't ready.
Just repeat it for the ones in the back. I love it. Yeah, let's normalize calling women deadbeats. I love that. Let's start doing that more. Because there's a lot of deadbeat moms out there. There's so many deadbeat moms out there. All right, let's get off into some Twitter clips. Oh, if you guys want to give me a call, you can call me Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. I had a great conversation yesterday. I don't tell names, just because I want to keep people's privacy if they don't want to be, talked about or whatever. But this guy was like, "Hey, mention me," and I was like, "Okay, cool. If it comes up, I will." But he was a construction accountant and knew a lot about construction accounting, and he basically wanted to start his own business where he does consulting and stuff like that. So we sat there, maybe had like a 30-minute conversation. It was a great conversation. But this guy's like 49, I think he said. He was retired already, done really well for himself. And we just talked about social media and how you can grow your business. So if you have questions about social media, call me. If you got questions about life advice, relationship advice, you got questions about dogs, you know what I mean? Give me a ring. Let's get off into this clip.
Why is it easier for women
Sorry, that's really loud. Oh, this looks like an older clip of him.
to get laid more than guys?
Women have been through more in their life.
Oh, stop it.
You're a liar!
So much privilege you're exuding.
And they are, you know what? If they want to do it, they want to do it. And it is what it is.
That's why.
Well, women sleep with who they want, men sleep with who they can. Boo boo. Shibit and I should have bought a Honda, put it on a t-shirt.
It's easier for women to get laid more than men?
Cut that, cut that.
Boy, she's drunker than Cooter Brown. How many of you had?
I think that women have been through more. They've been through a lot. And I think women, honestly, are more hurt by guys whenever, like, let's say there's a breakup. Does that make sense?
Dude, she's so drunk. The thing is, this hurt that you're talking about is self-inflicted. You chose these guys, and you let them blow your back out and realign your spine like their dad was a chiropractor. So therefore, I don't feel bad for you when you've made the decision to let a bad guy ruin your life.
There's a breakup.
I'm not following you.
Okay, well, hold on.
I got this question. Number one, men have really high, like, testosterone or whatever, you know, going on in there, you know, blah, blah, blah. So do women, whatever. Stupid. But the thing is, men are less mature than women, until
Still
the
hit.
age of 24, 25. Yeah, and it's a proven fact.
Still
you can
hit.
look it on the internet. And I think that is because women are sometimes they want to have fun, and that's okay. If they want to go like do whatever, like stupid, that's okay. But like a guy, like he's gonna be like, oh, like like she wants to have sex because like it's a guy, and they're gonna want to do that because their maturity.
Finish her. Three brain cells fighting for second place. Good Lord, that was a tough listen there. How drunk are you? All right, here we go. Big back of the day. Y'all know I love these, man. Big back. I love these, dude. My coffee of the day.
Ooh, that sugar.
Here we go. Okay, all right. Y'all know I already cooked these people when you're shooting this in 1080, 1920, which is the aspect ratio here, and you pretty much take up the whole screen. I'm already gonna cook y'all. All right, here we go. I'm gonna fry this lady. Drizzle, Smuckers, yeah, caramel. Definitely need that. Get that. And that is like a 40-ounce cup. All right, here we go. Booty gonna have the run's gonna have a jetpack in that butthole by the end of that. Good Lord. All right, not extra caramel. Yeah. Think that drink's gonna taste like caramel at all? Doubt it. All right, here we go. What was that? Instant coffee. This is that prison coffee, brother. You couldn't even brew it? You just put the grounds in there? You couldn't even brew that? Classic roast, great value. Good Lord, I bet that tastes like burnt heron Indian food. Good Lord. I bet that tastes like a skidded tire. You know what I'm saying? I bet that tastes like tar and peanut butter. It cannot be good. Still got the music going. Okay, so I'll keep this. All right, here we go. All right, what do we got here, Rebecca? You're going to pour that in after you've moved it. Okay, we'll put this in 1.25 speed. Okay, here we go. Jesus Lord. Okay, more sugar. That's a lot of creamer. All right, what do we got next? What are we doing? Like some cold foam, whipped cream, more creamer. Are you just going to sip on that? What are we doing with that? Is that whipping cream in the creamer? Oh my God, that is some big back activities. Big back. Oh, okay. So you're gonna do like a little soft top with that. She whipped that up. Jesus. God sees you. Yeah, he does, baby girl. She's got the magnet. God sees you being that.
You really are a fat bastard.
God is seeing you, and I am judging you. That is a more caramel. Boy, she goes sugar-free. Boy. Sugar-free, like that's gonna matter, dude. It's all synthetic garbage. Artificially flavored syrup. Garbage for you, bro. Heavy whipping cream. Jesus. I want to see her take a sip. Yeah, get in there. Yummy. Yeah, that is it right there. So let me put you guys on something. Okay, so there's an app called Yuka. I have no affiliation with these guys, so, do with it as you will, brother. But what's cool about this is you can, so it gives you like food recommendation. Oh, here, let's see if I can go to Rex here. Can you guys see this okay? Recommendations. So basically you can scan, so like you can use this and it'll scan a QR code and it'll give you a score to say, hey, this is good, hey, this is bad. I highly recommend when you're going to the store next time and you're buying some stuff at the grocery store, scan what you're buying and see what the score is. If the score is garbage, don't buy it. Don't buy it. If the score is good, buy it. And what's cool is it'll give you recommendations of stuff that's actually good. So if that one's bad, like let's say you want to buy something and it's not good, it'll say, hey, but this one's actually really good. So, all right, she said the quiet part out loud.
I'd prefer like physically abusive.
Do you have a good
relationship
with your parents?
Yeah, I do.
Are they together?
No. Both remarried.
How
Hey, Google, show me the relationship with her father.
old were you when your parents got divorced?
I think I was 10.
No.
There's a couple things I look for in women. Number one is intelligence, because if she doesn't have that, she's mine.
Gotcha, bitch.
Number two is, where's her father at? If he's not in her life, she's mine.
Right. That's Michael's type. That is Michael's type. Michael would prefer if you didn't talk to your dad too much, though.
I'm actually pretty close to my dad.
Are you okay
Bummer.
with that, Michael?
Let's throw the football.
But he wasn't like a great dad, but we're close.
Oh, Michael.
That's
back
good.
in the game.
The bar's low.
Love that about you.
How do you like to be abusive? Like in what form?
Verbally.
I think I'd prefer like physically abusive.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You mean sexually?
No.
Perfect. No, not
just,
even
like,
sexually.
violent.
So you don't mean being choked.
wow.
You mean him actually hurting you?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
like
no.
spanking?
No, like
I
You
just
wanna
don't
be
know this
choked?
world.
I don't want to be, but if you had to pick a format of abuse, I think I would choose physical, just because it sounds more fun.
It turns you on.
Poor girl.
No, it doesn't. It just like I like
It
violence.
does turn around. She's capping. This is the world we've come to, where women are admitting now that they want the abuse. You can't make this stuff up, bro. The stories write themselves, chat. The stories write themselves. They really do. You can't make it up. Loki, free. Sit. Shake. Good boy. Wait. Can we get some freeze in the chat? Loki, free. Go to your place. Good boy. Man, oh man. That is crazy. I want him to be physically abusive. What in the actual is going on, bro? What kind of world are we living in, chat, where women are admitting now that they want men to be physically abusive? I can't believe it. If you guys haven't subscribed, man, I'd really appreciate it if you do. We had a record-breaking day yesterday, so I want to say shout out to you guys. 574 subs in a day. So I want to get that not subscribed to at least 50%. So let's do our best. Trying to hit 340,000 subscribers by the end of the month. I think we're like 2,000 away. Trying to hit 400K by the end of the year. So I appreciate you guys if you haven't subscribed. And I appreciate you guys if you have subscribed. I really do. Ain't that right, Lokes? Don't you love that so much?
Won't they do?
But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It was good to have you guys out, man. Until next time. Peace.